Welcome to the Manage Hires WebEx demonstration. This WebEx discussion is coming to you live from the Centennial Building in beautiful downtown St. Paul. My name is Nancy Erickson and I work for Minnesota Management and Budget. The Semaphore HR team and I have been looking forward to telling you all about Manage Hires, the new onboarding process. So Manage Hires will be available to the Semaphore HR users when Recruiting Solutions goes live on December 8th. So I am going to turn the session over to Judy Caper, and she's going to give you a guided tour of Manage Hires, the new Semaphore onboarding process.
Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for joining the WebEx Manage Hires demonstration this morning. We're going to talk about what is Manage Hires, how it works with Recruiting Solutions, and how it will change Semaphore entry for onboarding. First of all, what is Manage Hires? Manage Hires is the bridge between Recruiting Solutions and personal information and job data in Semaphore. The change here is that currently we have a third-party software that grabs information from Recruiting Solutions and brings it into personal information in Semaphore. With Manage Hires, everything is in Semaphore, so we are anticipating a seamless transition from that information in Recruiting Solutions to personal information and job data in Semaphore, as position information will come forward also. For this demonstration, we will assume a few things. First of all, we'll assume that the candidate has applied for a job in Recruiting Solutions and that the candidate has accepted a verbal offer from the hiring manager. We'll assume that the offer letter was sent to the candidate online and the candidate accepted that offer. And we'll also assume that the recruiting staff has completed the prepare for hire step and sent the information to Manage Hires. And for this demonstration, there is no real information. The candidate and the position are all testing information only. Now, I wouldn't invite you to a tour and not tell you how to get there. The path at the top is what you use now to get to add a person. And you'll note that the new path to Manage Hires is very similar. You'll choose Manage Hires from personal information instead of add a person. Once your recruiting staff has told you that a person is ready to be onboarded, you'll go to the Manage Hires page, where you will see all the candidates who are ready for hire in your security. So just the people that you see now in your security. For this example, we'll be using Zelda Zatz. We'll click on Zelda's name, and we'll be brought to the Manage Hires detail page. This page will provide you with information to make sure that you have the right person and that it's the right position. So you'll check to make sure it's the right job title, that it's the right hire type, that it's the start date that you anticipate. And you can also use the View Job Offer Letter to look for those details also. Again, if any of this is not what you're expecting, contact your recruiting staff. When you're confident that all of this information is correct, click the Add Person button, and you will be brought to the Biographical Details page. This should look very familiar if you are doing HR transactions now, as this is exactly what you're using for Add a Person. The yellow that I have highlighted on this page are the things that are required to add a person. And the good news is this field is the only one that you will need to enter manually, the leave accrual date. Everything else will be brought over from Recruiting Solutions or from the information that the employee has provided when they accepted the job offer. Another change is that gender is not highlighted, and that's because the new employee will be entering this in the activity guide in self-service after you do the Semaphore transaction. On the contact information page, you will again note that information is brought over from Recruiting Solutions and from the information the person provided at hire. There is a change where you will see that the email type is Other. That is because this is the email type that has been brought over from Recruiting Solutions. It needs to stay Other because the system will look for that email type to send the instructions for the activity guide in self-service once you have completed the semaphore transaction. So don't change that email type. Here is the regional page. Again, this is all very familiar. And do note that you will be leaving the ethnic group and the military discharge date blank, as the person will enter this in the activity guide. Now we're at the Organizational Relationships page, and as you have done before, you will click Employee and Add Relationship to add that relationship of employee, not using the OK button, which will add a person of interest unknown. Should you accidentally enter a person of interest unknown, this new system will not allow you to add an employee until you go back and fix that. As it works now, you'll then be brought to the work location page for the job data section of the hire. And here there are a few things you will need to enter and check. If it turns out that the person will not start on the day that you originally expected, you may change the date at this point. Here's the job information page. There are no changes here. It will work the same way it works now in Add a Person. And the same thing with the payroll page and the salary plan page and the compensation page. And don't forget to click the Calculate Compensation button. The same thing with the Leave and Work Out of Class page. And here we are at the last page, the Benefits Program Participation page. And on this page, the important thing is to click the OK button at the bottom, and entering the OK button and saving the transaction will do two very important things. First of all, it will trigger the communication to Recruiting Solutions that the position is filled, and close that loop with the communication. Also, for hires and rehires, this action will trigger the email to the employee with activity guide instructions. And we'll take a quick peek at the activity guide at the end of this presentation. So what else is new with Manage Hires? Unlike in the current world where you use the onboarding just for new hires, with Manage Hires, you will also use Manage Hires for rehires, add concurrent job, and transfer. And for Manage Hire, transfer is any active employee who is moving. Here is a screen for rehire. And again, we will look in the name column to find the person that we are hiring. In this case, we are going to hire Jenna Briggs. And you will also checking the type of hire column to make sure that the hire type is what you expect. This will bring you to the details page. And for a rehire, you will check the type of hire. You will want to review the job offer letter. If you need to pick the employment record, you can do that here. If you're not sure, you can use the person org summary to see a list of the record for this person. And when you are certain everything on this page is what you expect, you will again click the Add Person button. As with the hire, in the rehire, you'll be brought to the biographical details page, which will give you an opportunity to look at these screens to make sure that everything is what you expect. And then clicking OK will bring you back to the Manage Hires detail page, where you will be clicking Add Job. The Add Job button will bring you directly into the job data where you can complete the transaction for that person. You will also be using the Add Concurrent Job function for Manage Hires, and in this case, you'll be seeing that this is Add Concurrent Job, and we are hiring Laurel Noble. And we'll be going to the Details page, and again, checking all the information on the page. When you are confident that it is all correct, click the Add Job button, and you will be brought directly into job data. You will not see the Add Concurrent Job screen. You'll complete the Add Concurrent Job then as you do now. You'll note that the system automatically adds a record number for you. For transfer, again, you'll come to the Manage Hires page. You'll choose the person you are hiring and make sure that you have the right hire type. You'll be brought to the Details page. You'll be checking to make sure that everything is what you expect and that you are in the employment record that you expect. Use the Person Org Summary if you need help, and click the Add Job button. Again, you'll be brought to the work data or the job data page where you will complete the transaction as you do now. So you're probably thinking, well, these are some extra steps for rehire and Add Concurrent Job and transfer. Why should I do those extra steps? Well, it's important because when you do that save in Semaphore, communication will go back to Recruiting Solutions that the position is filled, and that will close that loop and help that job posting close. We talked a little bit about Activity Guide a couple times while we were looking at Manage Hires, and you're probably wondering, well, what is this Activity Guide? Activity Guide is a new page in self-service with links for the new employee or rehire to walk them through all the information they need to complete before that first day of work. They will receive an email triggered by the transaction in Semaphore, guiding them to the page in self-service and giving them instructions how to sign in. And when they get to self-service, they will find the new Hire and Activity Guide link. And this is the new page in self-service, the Activity Guide, which is just a way to walk through all the information that they need to complete. Thank you very much for joining the Manage Hires WebEx today.
Judy, thank you for that wonderful demonstration about Manage Hires, and I want to thank everyone who called in today to listen to the Manage Hires WebEx demonstration. Thank you so much for your time and your support. Thank you.